Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome back to
Trent and Ean talking
Trent and
episode
Ean
10.
Episode 10.
That's big.
Bro.
It's a big one. It's a big epi right here.
Double digits, baby.
We've far surpassed the episode 7 limit. We've hit double digits. Now we're going to be here for a while. You know
what? I think this is a cause for celebration, Trent. We should high five.
Boom, I like what you're thinking. All right.
Start it out.
I'm pretty sure we got this.
Yeah.
Our last one we did not. This one we better.
So, you will go on, like, right after go, a second after go, and I go on go?
Yeah, you go on go.
Okay.
I'll compensate for a delay.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I mean, I'm always compensating.
There you
go. So, I think you should compensate this time.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on.
Bang.
Come on,
Hopefully.
people. That was money.
We're crossing our fingers.
That had
I
to
hope
be
so.
it. That had to be it.
It had to be, absolutely.
And if it isn't, we got to try next time. We're going to get it. We're going to nail it.
Eventually.
Yeah. Well,
Eventually we'll get it.
welcome to episode 10. Let's hop right in, huh? Shall we? Shall we?
Number 10, man.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
can't believe it.
You know what I was gonna say something about numbers actually. I've been thinking recently, doing a lot of thinking and thinking, okay?
Brain using,
And I've realized there's like a year of math that we did not need to do. Because the early math looked at like addition, multiplication, yada yada, that stuff.
Right.
Important. I need to be able to do 7 times 3 without grabbing a calculator. Okay, that's
21.
important. 21. You got to be able to do that stuff. Okay, for everything in your life, and you got to do algebra and whatever in high school. Learn the difficult ones. Put some letters in there. You got to do that one.
Easy.
But you're using
Devil's
a calculator
math,
for most of it. Here's the problem. Long division is just not important. Cross multiplication, sir, we don't need it. If I'm ever doing 312 divided by 21, I'm grabbing a calculator. There's no need for me to do long division or do it in my head. There's just like 2 years of math that we just kind of learned for no reason.
I agree with you there.
Because when are we not going to have a calculator? It's 2021.
Got calculators in our pockets.
Yeah, go right from
Easy.
simple multiplication and simple division to algebra. That's easy. That's how you do it.
So you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket all the time.
It's funny that people used to think that, and I love that.
That's kind of wild. Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite number? You got a favorite number?
My favorite number?
What's your favorite
We've
number?
talked about this before.
Yeah.
I'll start off. My mom's favorite number is 13, surprisingly.
Bold.
Like Friday the 13th? Yeah,
Bold.
that's her favorite day. She was born on a Friday the 13th.
Okay, fair.
I know. She's wicked. She's cool.
What's your favorite number? What's your least favorite number?
My least favorite number?
Yeah.
Probably like 7. 7's a weird number.
7's a bad one. I was gonna say 7, but I think I gotta go with 5.
Yeah?
5's a weird number. I don't like it. It's just,
It's in between being even and odd, right?
It is. I mean,
technically it's an odd number, but it's also like, it's one of those in-between numbers for me because, if you
count by 5s,
You're blasting out your radio, right?
Boom.
You're jamming in the car, and someone turns it up to like 21, you say, screw you, 20. Or 25.
Boom.
You don't put it at like I wouldn't put it at an even number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just any even number. I'd rather it 25 than 24.
Okay, I'm the opposite. I'm a big even number guy, okay? That's what favorite numbers, my 2, 8, 72. Both impeccable numbers, okay?
Okay, 8, I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
Any like multiple of 8, 16, 32, 64.
72.
I think 64 is mine. 72 is a little out there for me.
It is a multiple of 8, but it is weird.
It is. It's a bit odd. It's like just on the verge of it.
See,
I guess
I'm
Minecraft
glad I learned that
screwing
math.
me.
That I know 72 8 goes into it. See, I learned that. Anything past that, I don't need to know. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Done. I
Yep.
feel that. I really feel that. Man, back in the day, though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of, like, math, just... You brought me back to middle school with that, because...
Oh, wait, hold up. Do you remember, like, in, like, 3rd grade, where the teacher would pass out those, like, multiplication sheets, and it would be, like, single-digit multiplication, but there'd be, like, 50 problems. You'd have to just race through them and try to get the first one done.
Dude.
That was my
just
first glimpse
memory.
of pure competition.
Really?
Oh my goodness, those were intense. I was like, I have to win this, and I usually did not. But I tried.
Dang. I remember we did the times tables on the computer. That's when we did them. I remember doing the sheets, too, but we did them on the computer a lot. And then we did, like, fractions and stuff, and you had to turn them into decimals. Like, that's what we would do.
Fair.
At my elementary school.
Those were
middle school,
intense.
oh, man. So, something else.
Yeah.
I think that everyone else stopped this except for me. Writing in cursive. Do you write in cursive still?
There is a 0% chance that you could give me a sentence and I could write it correctly in cursive.
I still write in cursive. So actually, I have a sticky note right here.
Yeah.
This is just my scratch
Ooh,
notes.
give me your signature. What is your, like... Just give
Oh,
me a
my
nice little
signature?
spicy signature. My signature is garbage. Only
Is it
half of it is
poo-poo-magoo?
cursive.
Really?
Like my B,
Okay.
I just write a B and then I go into the rest of it. I don't even know what a cursive B looks like. I have no idea.
That's my lovely little signature.
Boom.
Right there. If it'll focus. Yeah. I got the little line under my last name.
Spicy.
I feel saucy. S's and L's are the most... They're the best. They're the best to write. Let me do an L.
And T's and... Oh. My name, I just go like this. I just go up and down, pretty much. It's not
beautiful.
good.
Oh,
But
I'm going to write your name out in cursive real quick.
do it. But yeah, I did not like cursive. I never was good at it, and I don't know it anymore. It was like 3rd grade, I think we tried to learn it, but they never taught it to you after that.
There you go. There's your name.
Boom.
Boom.
Looks good. Looks good.
Done.
You know
Easy.
what is something that also I used to do and no longer do because of school?
What?
Reading.
You got to get those AR points.
Dude, I don't read anymore, you know? I kind of
Oh my
wish I
gosh.
did. I kind of wish I read.
Right.
But I like used to read for fun, then I used to read for school, and now I barely even read for school. Okay.
That's exactly how I feel, dude.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get into a book because there's so much other things I could be doing. But
Yeah.
as a kid, I read all the Percy Jackson books. I read all the Harry Potter books. This was like 3rd,
Boom.
4th grade.
Yep.
I was reading. Did you do that too? You read it like a college level in 3rd grade?
I used to
Was that you?
cruise through books. I read like half the Percy
Yeah.
Jacksons. There was some series, I don't even know what it was called. It was like Archangel, something like that. Just the Hunger Games, like all those like big,
Yeah.
beefy books. Just ripped
It was
through 'em.
big.
Yeah.
Like nobody's business. I think the longest book I've ever read was Harry Potter and which one is it? The 5th one. It was Order of the Phoenix. That thing's like 850 pages.
Gee, I have only ever read the first Harry Potter book, but I've seen the movies.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I
You're fine.
remember the Aragon books, like the dragon ones.
Yeah,
Those were
I finished
so freaking huge.
for like a while, and then they were gone.
Well, I just mean that's also true, but I just mean they were like the biggest books anyone had ever read. Like if you
Yeah.
walked in holding an Aragon book, you were like, "Yeah, I'm literate. I know how to read." Because they were like 1,000 pages.
They were big,
Huge.
big boys.
I remember
Oh my
like
gosh.
I would rent it out and never start it, and I would rent it out again like a month later, be like, okay, now I'm gonna start it, and then I would never start it, and I just never read
started
it. Never did,
Oh,
Yeah.
procrastination. It was built into you.
and I have not changed since. Have I?
That's funny.
So I had also I forgot to mention new space. Okay, I'm in a new space.
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah.
Do not know what this will look like next episode, but this is a solid spot for now. because now I'm at college again. And so we just had our first week of classes. Just ended. Have I done any homework? No. Do I have any of my textbooks I need for the semester? No.
Nope.
Do I need to order them right after this? Absolutely.
Yes. You better. I've actually got my 2 books right here. I've got my literature book, and then I've got
Aragon.
Yes, I've got Aragon,
Nice.
Essentials of Life Span Development. That was where the series kind of fell off, right? Mm-hmm. And then I actually bought this book for myself. I bought a book for myself recently. Transition. Yeah, I bought a book for myself because I'm going to start getting back into reading. I haven't touched it yet, but I bought George Orwell's 1984. So, if anybody wants to read that with me, I'll give you guys some updates on whenever I start reading it.
Yeah, you have to keep me updated
Chapter by chapter. Yeah, maybe you should get it too. We can read it together.
We should. We talked about this in episode 1. We should get a book. Let's start small, because I can't read. And just let's read through a book,
So, this
book
book
club
here,
podcast.
It's nearly 300 pages. Okay?
Decent.
Nearly. Yeah. It's about 292. So, it's okay. It's a decently sized book, but also not super daunting.
There you go. Speaking of things that are nostalgic, dude, did you do the? Well, you said you didn't. You've told me you didn't have like a Game Boy or DS when you were younger, right?
Right.
But did you have some sort of like toy or like electronic thing that you'd use like late at night, and as your parents would start to come in the room, you'd dip it under your pillow and pretend to go to sleep?
I had a Kindle.
That'll do it.
I had a Kindle. Kindle Fire. Dude, that thing. Oh my gosh. I would watch. What would I watch? I just watched YouTube late at night. I couldn't play any games on it. Except for like Balloons Tower Defense, I think.
Classic. I was a big Pokemon guy. Played all the classic Pokemon games, but I would do them late at night, and I'd hear like parents outside the hallway, and I'd dip it under the pillow and pretend to go to sleep.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Big time. So, actually, funny story with that Kindle. I remember this, and this was like a time where I was like starting to grow up, right? That time, right? And I remember my mom was like, "Hey, Dad wants to borrow it so he can read some books when he goes out." And I was like really hesitant to give it to her, and she's like, "You watched some, didn't you?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "It's okay. I'm going to talk to Dad. We're probably going to have a talk tonight." And I was like, "Okay."
It's the worst.
And so we had the talk. Yeah, I know. It was bad. That's how it was brought about. It was awful.
Yikes.
That's the worst when you get found out like that. But I'm glad my parents were understanding. And they were like, "Yeah, we figured this was going to happen."
Grow up,
So, you grow up. That's what we'll say. I grew up.
Speaking of growing up, I really did not, and I'm going back to Pokemon here. I go through phases of it, and it just never goes away completely. Like, you had your young time when you were like, "This is the shite. Like, I like this stuff," and then like a couple of years, you're like, "Okay, I'm done with it." And then you get back into it with like emulators and stuff. And like high school, I was like, whatever, like not really a thing. And then back at the beginning of college, I was like, yeah, we're back in emulators again. And then I got out of it for a little while, and I want to now get back into it again because it's been a while. But getting emulators is a blast. Just playing like on your laptop or something. One of my roommates has a really long class once a week, and so he has Pokemon Pearl on his laptop now, and he just plays that during the lecture. It's perfect. I just started playing Rocket League during my classes. I just like not games. I'll just sit and do like a training pack or something. Yeah, just like just mindless stuff. Just to do something with your hands or something like while you're just listening to a lecture. Absolutely, because I mean, I'll look at the book. I'll have the book in my lap, and I'll like turn to the different pages, and I'll
keep up with the class is just like, I can't just sit and do nothing. I have to keep my hands busy.
I know, that's exactly it. And like, I would take notes, but like, especially one of the classes I'm in, the one I'm like in a Zoom lecture with, he's like, yeah, I post all the slides after anyways. So, like, you guys can take notes if that helps you, but like, you're gonna have all of it. And I was like, cool. So I literally just go into free play and just mindlessly practice stuff while he talks, and you know.
That's so easy.
I can super easily participate if I want to. It's nice.
Rad.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you get into Rocket League, by the way? I never heard this from you, actually.
That's a good point. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure I started playing like 2016.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure one of my friends, I think it was my friend Darren, was like, yo, you gotta get Rocket League. Like, you gotta do it. And I think like when I got it, he was like Rising Star rank. Or like maybe it was like a high challenger or something. And
right.
So he was like, for like a year or two, he was like, you should totally get it, totally get it. And then at one point it was like $20. It was on sale for like 15 or something. And I was like, yeah, let's just try $15. And it was funny because he kind of stopped playing by the time I bought it. So he played like a little bit, but then he was like, I'm kind of done with it. And then I got super into it, and I still do it. So
Same,
I just threw a friend.
I had a friend group in middle school that was like all about video games. And so I was the only sporty person of our group. Since I played soccer, and they were like, hey, a new game just came out about cars and soccer, and we know you like soccer. You might want to try it. And I was like, okay, and now we're here. I'm still playing the game.
It's awesome. It's exciting it went free to play, because now, after years of me telling all my roommates to get it, they've all gotten it, and now we're all playing together, because like 3 of them have it. So they go and they play 3s, and they're all like Silver 1, Silver 2 now. It's very exciting.
They're poo-poo magoo, but those are like the best.
They're terrible at the game. It's very fun to watch.
Oh man,
awesome.
I kind of want to watch them play. Yeah,
it's a blast. Yeah,
definitely. So, yeah, that's interesting. I never had heard that before.
Yeah, I didn't know yours either. Actually.
Speaking of like being kids again, like
this is the nostalgia episode. You know,
obviously. So yeah, we're talking about old news.
Heck yeah.
I have this one picture of you sitting in front of like a row of eggs at Easter. That's when I think of child Trent, I see that picture in my head.
That's an incredible story that I'm gonna totally tell. So
do it now, yeah.
I'm like absolutely a nerd. Like, there's no question about it. Big nerd. Okay?
Big dorksky.
And I have been that way my whole life. Here I am, 8 freaking years old, at my grandmother's house for Easter. Okay, I have a ton of cousins. I have like 15 cousins. It's a lot. We all go to her house. My mom is the youngest of 5, so there's a bunch of people. And they have an Easter egg hunt. And I think they put like names on the eggs, so like I have my own eggs I have to find. Because, like, depending on something, like, I'm not going to find the 3-year-old's eggs that are in the middle of the room, you know?
Yeah.
And so they would hide them based on, like, your age. And so after I found all my eggs, instead of, like, everyone else, like, especially my sister, because she's normal, she would open the egg and then eat the candy. I didn't care about that, okay? I did not open the egg. I instead put them all out in front of me and organized them into a bar graph based on color. I was like, this is Easter. So it was like 3 pink ones, 8 green ones. It was a nice little bar graph. It was hype, okay? And little did I know I would now be going to college for data analytics. Because that was just like, that was it. I was like, this is awesome. Like 8 years old. Yep.
Dude, that's something you were born to do, right?
It should be what I'm doing, because there's nothing else. Really. I tried physics, let me tell you, not for me, okay?
Yeah. I'm kind of struggling right now with what I want to do. Like, I've thought about teaching, I've thought about, you know, doing houses, like getting my constructor license, my contractor's license. Just like flipping houses and stuff like that.
You sound like you're far away from your mic now. Did you move back a little bit?
No.
Oh, now you sound good.
But I'm really trying hard to pinpoint exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
For right now, I mean, I'm just doing houses, doing stuff with my parents, and they do a really good job. Speaking of, I just got paid.
Yes, sir.
Big moolah. Big moolah. I got $10,000
Huge
coming my way right now. So we finished this house. It's sold. We're just waiting on a week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We get all the money. So I'm getting $10,000 a rooney just sauced my way. It's going to be the best.
What's your plan with that $10,000?
So I got to save up some money just for me. I'm going to sauce some of it into like a Roth IRA.
Boom.
So that way I can save up for the future and not have to worry about taxing my money.
Mm-hmm.
Like every house that I do with my parents, I'm going to save up a little bit of it, just put it away for the future, because I think that's a smart thing to do.
Invest almost all of it at a GameStop. Heard they're doing great right now.
Yes, they're doing pretty okay.
Yep. Super safe investment that totally won't crash at some point, like a pyramid scheme, you know?
So I actually want to invest in the stock market a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just going to put across, I'm going to give myself $100
Yeah.
to invest in the stock market, just to see what's up.
Just to be
and
a
if
play
it's
the
really
odds,
like
yeah.
Right, yeah. It's $100. I mean, it could turn into $200. Who knows?
There you go.
Or I could lose it. It's only $100.
Yeah.
So, just for funsies and possibly to make money, I'll see if it's an option. But
Yeah.
that's something I'll do. A good bit of it's going to go to the bus because I want to get it roadworthy again.
Of course.
I need to fix that air leak and I need to fix my headlight issue. So, I'm buying some new headlights and I'm going to try and figure out that air leak.
Fair.
So,
Yeah.
that's a big deal. I'm going to buy a bracket for the back bench to turn it into a bed, like a fold-out bed,
Spicy.
which will be nice. I'm just going to do some basic maintenance stuff to it, keep it from rusting more. And that's really it. Make a roof rack for it. That'd be
rack's
nice. Roof rack is... Oh, I want one so bad. They look so cool. But I'm going to make one custom. That'll probably take $1,000 about, is what I'm estimating. Just the roof rack alone. So I'm going to make that. Then, this summer, I talked to Lily. We are going to fix the bug this summer.
That's right. You got your little bumblebee.
Yes. So I have my 77 bus, and then I have a 72 Super Beetle. There's a little yellow rusted piece of crap.
It's
I'll post something
literally
on
what's in the
Instagram about it.
Transformers movie. Like as an old Beetle, it's yellow, all beat up. Like it's like if it became a Transformer, I would not be surprised.
Dude, that thing is like rusted to crap.
Yeah.
I've torn it apart. I just need to clean it and put it back together. So, I mean, that's really it, I think, for the money that I've got right now. I might do some stuff with my computer. Maybe it's a thought, but I have a question for you now, Trent.
Yes, sir.
So, I got my 10,000, right?
Sure.
Imagine you had 100 times that. $1 million. What would you do?
I hope
with $1 million?
Was that a Dr. Evil reference?
Yes, it was.
I hope everyone got that.
$1
So if you didn't,
million.
go watch Austin Powers. Oh, an incredible movie. Why have
They're
$1
funny.
trillion when you could have 1 billion? It's the stupidest movie. I love it.
That's a good one. But yeah, so if you had $1 million, now I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you two situations for this.
Yep.
The first situation is you just have $1 million, do whatever you want with it.
Yep.
And then the second situation, if you only had a week to spend it. So like no saving for the future or anything like that. If you had to blow $1 million in a week,
I
what would you get?
if I had $1 million
first one.
and like as much time as I wanted to spend it, I'd probably keep a lot of it. Because in the long run, like $1 million as a 21-year-old is a ton of money, but like I still have to work.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Right.
gonna, that's not like retirement money. So I would probably keep most of it. Maybe invest some, certainly charity some. But yeah,
Okay.
a lot of it would be saving. So I could work instead of a harder job, which I don't enjoy that much, I could work like a fun job and make like some money, part-time or something like that. If I had to spend it in a week now, okay, we're buying a car, we're maybe buying a house, we're buying a vacation, we're traveling around, we're still probably giving some to charity because you got to be a good dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're just like fun. I'd probably buy like a sick gaming setup though, because $1 million, like you can buy like the big things like a sports car, a house, right?
Right.
But you could buy so many like little super nice things, like a sick gaming setup for like $3,000 to $4,000, like the whole deal. In terms of $1 million, that's like nothing. That's like, yeah, why not?
Why the heck not? For sure.
I would upgrade the wardrobe to like be pretty spicy. I don't really know fashion, as you can tell by my just maroon shirt, but I would totally like. I would do some of that deal. Oh, you know what I would do? I would totally hire a personal trainer.
Oh.
That's something I would because I'm trying to like gain weight and like get bigger, and I don't think any college student has the money to hire a personal trainer, but that would be sick.
True.
Just have like a one-on-one, like what do I eat during the day? What do I do? What are my days? Blah 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 blah.
Huh.
I think that'd be cool. That'd be a cool one, but mostly like a house, car, vacations, the typical. Yeah.
Right.
What about you?
Okay. So for me, again, like if I had just as much time as I wanted, definitely save most of it.
Yeah.
I'd probably stash like half of it away.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Half of it just goes to the future. And then I'm probably going to blow about $100,000 of it, like right off the bat. So, probably a brand new shop for our house, like a car shop, so that we can put all our cars in one place and work on them. Like a bunch of brand new tools, a new gaming setup for me and my sister and my girlfriend.
Yep.
I'd probably buy, like new computers, new phones for everybody in my family. I'd take a vacation, probably buy a new car. I'd probably buy you a gaming setup too, if I'm being honest.
Dude,
yeah,
that's
I'd send you,
100% true. I'd buy like
set.
friends a bunch of like couple $1,000 things. For sure.
For sure. And then I'd donate some of it, right?
Yeah, of course.
You donate some of it. And then you like invest in people. So like if you've got friends that are like trying to start up businesses or something, you just like sauce them a good like $10,000 to start up.
Yeah.
And then you have, it's just kind of like spreading your influence a little bit.
Yeah.
And just kind of helping out people. So that way you're set up more for the future.
Ooh, you know what I'd spend some of mine on? Some dope equipment for the Trendy and Talking podcast. That's what I'd do.
If I had a week to spend $1 million, I mean, basically all the same things, donate a little bit, like, I couldn't save any of it, so I would buy, like, everybody a new car, I'd buy myself a sick gaming setup, everybody gaming setups, I'd buy my parents new stuff, I'd probably buy my dad a boat, like a nice boat. He's got a nice boat right now, but I'm like talking like nice, almost a yacht. Like something nice. Probably buy the shop stuff. Probably new engines for the bus and the bug. Just all the stuff I'd ever need to work on those things, like new tools and stuff. There
you go.
Pretty much that.
Just spending it in a week. It'd be hard to do. It would be difficult to spend the money in a week.
It actually would be really tough, yeah. So I would think go ham as much as you can and then donate the rest.
I like it.
Because you're not going to spend $1 million.
Here's an interesting one. So we're at like 30 minutes right now. I do want to do a couple fun little things before we wrap up. We had the idea of doing $1 million, but a couple of hypotheticals.
Yes.
And I think we should do like 2 or 3 of them just for fun.
All right.
So I got a list of them right here. We'll each do 2. I'll do 2. You do 2.
Okay.
This is an interesting one. This is topical, if you will. So you get $1 million, but you have to lick the pavement or floor you're standing on when you spend it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
So you're
So
like,
think about, like,
you're in like.
What would that?
Well, now here's the thing, right? Because you could be at like a car dealership, but if you're at a nice car dealership, probably pretty clean in there. Immediately, I thought of like Target, but if you get $1 million, what are you gonna buy at Target? You're probably in like nice establishments for the most part.
Right.
You know.
That's fair.
I'd probably do it. I'd probably do it just based on that. I would make big purchases.
What would you buy? Like, if you're at a car dealership and you
know what?
have to make sure that you don't buy it outside. You're like,
yo,
let's go inside.
Can we finish this deal inside, like maybe in like the eating area, in like the cafeteria,
oh,
maybe. Where it's all like
carpeted
clean.
floors.
Oh, we can't do carpeted floors.
Oh no.
No, you know what I would do?
I don't like
You know what I would do? Is I would be in my house and I would clean like a piece of the floor, and then I would buy a bunch of stuff online. That's the way to do it.
You lick your computer?
Well, no, you wherever you're purchasing it, you gotta lick the floor. I'm saying you clean the floor, right? Then just like stand in the kitchen or wherever you just cleaned, order a bunch of stuff off Amazon, then you get to lick the floor. You just clean it, so you're good.
Okay.
That's the big brain way. All right, you hit me with one while I look for another one.
All right. Let's see. You get $1 million, but you can only spend it in pennies.
That would be so inconvenient.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Ouch. I'm gonna skip back a little bit because I'm having a hard time finding stuff.
I got one if you want me to. This is an interesting one.
No, let me. Okay, you can go for it.
I'll just do it. If you find one, you can do it too.
Okay.
You get $1 million, but you can only buy things other people tell you to buy.
Ooh.
I think it's super interesting. Because, like, there's no downside really, but there's almost no upside. So you're like, I have $1 million, but I can't use any of it. Only my friends can buy it. So they could make you buy really funny stuff, but they would also just buy stuff for themselves.
Right.
But I'd say absolutely. Because, like, you'd hope that, like... Although what's interesting, it doesn't say friends. It says you can only buy things other people tell you to. So, like, people could just from anywhere, if they find out, come up to you and be like, buy me this. You would hope it's your friends, because maybe they'll buy you something. But that's a dangerous one. But I think I'd still do it.
True.
I think I would.
Interesting. So I found a good one here.
Yep.
$1 million,
A lot of money.
but you'll be moderately allergic to something new each day. So it's like a different thing. So you kind of like have to watch what you eat.
You'll be moderately alerted?
Allergic.
Oh,
So,
allergic. I was so confused. That's really interesting. I was like, you're going to be slightly more alert about one thing a day. I was like, okay. Moderately allergic to one food, one thing?
One thing each day, like one new thing each day.
Well,
You're allergic.
interesting. I think I'd take it by the definition of thing. Because it could be like, I'm just trying to think of the most random thing ever. Like a beach volleyball. How many times in your life do you interact with a beach volleyball? You know? Let's say your
that's
beach
fair.
volleyball allergic day is like February. I'm good. That day I'm fine.
True.
That's a
You might,
great one. I
like-
think I would.
Just like use some of the money to buy yourself an EpiPen. And then keep
That's
it
a
on you at
great
all times.
idea.
Easy.
Dude, I'm not really allergic to anything, seriously. Do you need like if you're allergic to peanut butter, do you need like a peanut butter EpiPen? Or is it just like universal EpiPen?
It's a universal
what I
EpiPen, I
thought.
believe. It's just like a shot of adrenaline.
Yeah. It just like,
So-
dude, somebody tried to tell me that like you just take an EpiPen and then have Benadryl and like you're good. I was like, no. The EpiPen just like delays it until you can get to a hospital.
It basically overclocks your body
Yeah.
for a minute while you get help.
Exactly. But that's a good one. That's smart. Yeah, just buy an EpiPen, and then live your life. You know.
Ooh,
There
$1
you
million, but you can only have it in a giant novelty check form. So you're carrying around this giant check all the time.
Oh, wait, but can you ever spend it if that's the case?
Well, think of it more like I guess like a credit card. You could say like a giant credit card.
So you just
think about it like that.
Okay, that's actually incredible.
I found another one.
I would
totally
do this is our last one. You do one more, but I would totally do the giant credit card.
$1 million, but you can only spend it on the B movie merch.
That's awesome.
It's awful.
That's so. I would totally do that. Cause like, there's no way you're buying $1 million of B movie merch, but you could buy like $1,000 of it and then like maybe sell it, and you could make like $200,000 off of your $1 million. That's
fair.
That's a fantastic one. That's hilarious.
That's a fair one. Or you could just like donate clothing, right?
That's also, you could just be like a really good person and just
Some
donate
third
a
world
ton.
country is just going to be the biggest B movie fan.
Yeah, and the B movie's gonna like make a ton of money for no reason.
That's the new stock, baby. B movie.
That's true. Invest your own money into the B movie stock, and then
BMM.
buy all of their merch ever.
B movie merch. BMM. That's the next stock we go for, boys.
That's really funny.
Let's go for it. Let's
Oh,
do it.
man. That's great.
All right. I think that's a good stop.
That's a
for us,
fantastic
honestly.
end of the episode. Go buy a B movie
Oh
shirt
my gosh.
and
Go
tag us on this.
buy yourself some B movie merch. Tag us on Instagram with your B movie merch.
Speaking of Instagram, you can
Yes?
find Ian at the.nature.child on Instagram.
You can find Trent wherever he is at TrentBreaks3 on Instagram.
And you can find us at Trent and Ean Talking on Instagram. Go give it a follow. Subscribe
Go
on
give it
the
a follow.
YouTubes, on the Spotifys. It's all over the place.
It's all free. And if you don't like it, just unsubscribe.
Undo it.
But don't.
you know?
Don't do that.
I'll
Just
I'll
like
cry
forget
if
that
you
we
do.
exist.
But you're allowed
I will
to.
cry if you don't. People are going to cry. So just do something you want to do.
Exactly. Boom.
Big
Tune in
bang.
every Saturday night or Sunday morning whenever you see it. That's when we drop our episodes. So Saturday
Tune
night
in.
usually means like 2 in the morning on Sunday. But yeah, it's fine. But
Just a heads up, guys. We are recording this on a Saturday before we're about to post it. So
yeah, no, it's
this is a rushed
5:30.
one. Mhm.
And so it'll be late. But it's fine. It's good.
It's okay.
Yep.
And I hope you're okay. Everyone, thank you for listening and watching. Catch us next week.
We'll see you then. We
For
hope you have
episode
a
11.
fantastic week. And then we'll see you for episode 11.
See you later.
Peace.
Peace. Ow! Stung me.